Hey everybody, I'm Recycled, and welcome back to Fallout 4 VR, Roguish Essentials! So, meant to take an episode and record it of me doing Penned for Father here, Sean, and actually did it. The footage was lost, but it's such a minor part of the story, I decided I'm actually not going to go back and do it again, because I don't have a save game that makes it convenient. I have to completely redo Mass Fusion and everything. So, but basically, to summarize what happens on Penned, you're told by Sean that there's a problem and they're trying to recruit some guy to move into Phase 3 and start up the reactor. So you go to Grey Garden and there's a little house there that normally you can't really do anything except get some loot from earlier. It's surrounded by Minutemen if you've worked with the Minutemen, and you tell them to stand down or you can just kill them. Doesn't really matter because they don't have names and no one cares. But yeah, you do that and then you go in and you talk to this guy Enrico that you can run into around here somewhere. And he's like begging you, help us. And then you talk to the guy through the door and you convince him to actually work for the Institute. Or you can fail all the speech checks and he gets taken away anyway and it doesn't matter. And he shows up around here and he's happy, of course. Imagine that. So after that, you go to Advanced Systems and you plug in the thing from earlier and you turn on the reactor and he gives this big long speech that you have to sit and bear witness to. If you have weak enough fists, you can like beat him up to skip it, but otherwise you'll end up killing him. So anyway, that happens, and then you're given this next mission, which is the Brotherhood of Steel, dealing with them.
Sean?
And so, the work is done. I am sorry. I know it was likely difficult for you.
And so this is right after we went to the railroad and they told us, don't kill us and go be our agent.
It was tough, yeah.
I assure you that there was no other way. Their fanaticism wouldn't have...
Yep. Okay, and next?
So, what exactly is going on?
There is obviously one final threat the Institute faces.
Whatever it is, we can handle it.
I believe so. But in this case, what matters most is how we handle it. The Brotherhood of Steel covets technology, and has made it clear that we cannot peacefully coexist. They will eventually come for us, and attempt to take what we've spent so long creating. We need to destroy them, before they can destroy us.
So it doesn't really matter what you say here?
You're right. We take the fight to them.
I'm glad you agree. But the problem with the Brotherhood of Steel goes beyond the edges of the Commonwealth. It's not enough to destroy them here.
There are more of them out in the world, Mother. And they too will come for us.
We can defeat them now, we can defeat them again if we have to.
Possibly, yes. But it would be smarter to put an end to it now. We will show them that if they interfere with us, the very technology they value so highly will be turned against them. We will teach them that we can appear at a moment's notice, wherever we please, and they cannot ever stop us. They will know better than to ever interfere with us again.
You seem pretty convinced this will work.
The Institute is nothing if not thorough. Dr. Watson should be in the lab. He will explain the details to you. Time is of the essence.
And so then we get airship down, but because we've actually med Maxson, we don't have to do that. Because of Subversion. So we just talked to Father again.
Son?
The Brotherhood is the only thing left standing between the Institute and true security.
There's gotta be another way.
The Brotherhood of Steel covets technology, and has made it clear that we cannot peacefully coexist.
Elder Maxson, he's the one.
If only it were that simple. Tell me, what would you do?
So these synths replace people? How?
Ah, yes, that's true. Very well. Do what needs to be done. But above all, come back safely.
Yep. And so then we just go down to robotics. And here we are.
Excuse me.
This is it.
Tell me about the mission.
Your mission is simple. You'll need this. If everything goes according to our plans, this mission will place us squarely on the road to victory.
Yep.
I'm ready.
Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
And so then he gives us this holotape. This thing. And then we send a message over to Maxson, and it says, To Elder Arthur Maxson, I speak on behalf of the Institute as its newly appointed director. We know why you've traveled to the Commonwealth, and let me assure you, we understand your concerns. We also recognize that your military capabilities greatly surpass our own, and that any further hostilities would lead to our annihilation. We are prepared to offer the Institute's unconditional surrender in exchange for our lives as such. We would like to meet above the ruins of CIT to discuss this further. Send. And then he instantly replies and says, I am glad to hear, I am glad to hear that you have finally come to your senses and are ready to abandon this destructive technology. Very well. You will find us in the ruins of CIT very soon. But if this is a trick, know that you will be fired upon immediately, and that every last one of you will be hunted to the ends of the earth like dogs long after the Institute itself has ceased to exist. So anyway, he'll be waiting for us. So let's go and say hello. What? Oh, this isn't right. Okay. Well, anyway, we have to go that way. And so you can talk to these guys, but basically it just ends up tipping them off about what you're gonna do. And so the best thing to do is just, you know, kill them and kill them quickly before they can see me, hopefully. And maybe we could do this. Hopefully not frying our friendlies. A lot of radiation here. Are we good? Got him. And so we killed them all. And we killed Maxson. We got his battle coat. So that's cool. And then this guy's here.
Excuse me.
Well done. We have a lot of data to analyze in the wake of your mission.
Are we done?
Indeed. But I need you to view this from my perspective. Once you've entered the Institute, we expect to lose contact. So it's imperative you remember everything I'm about to tell you. Brotherhood soldiers take responsibility for their actions and move on. I expect no less out of you. From this day forward, you are forbidden to set foot on the Pridwin, or speak to anyone from the Brotherhood of Steel. Should you choose to ignore me, know you'll be fired upon immediately. Do we understand each other?
No.
Can't we move past this? The Institute wants the same things you do. We can find a way to work together.
Very well. Return to the Pridwin, and we'll decide what needs to be done.
So we got Boston back. And we're done with the game. So, yep.
I've lost Sean. All over again. I close my eyes. I see my life before all of this. before the bombs. Everything can change in an instant, and the future you plan for yourself shifts, whether or not you're ready. At some point, it happens to all of us. This was not the world I wanted, but it was the one I found myself in. The Commonwealth. My home. Ripped apart and put back together. I thought I hoped I could find my family. Cheap time, make us whole again, the way we were. But now I know. I know I can't go back. I know the world has changed. The road ahead will be hard. This time I'm ready. Because I know war. War never changes.
And so, yeah, that's all that I plan to play for now. And, you know, hopefully, I guess, well, inevitably, one day we'll come back and finish up here. And maybe there'll be some cool new mods or something to check out. But basically, leaving this Let's Play here for now. I can't do what? Whatever. Yeah, and leaving this one here. So, if you've been watching, thanks. And I'll see you, well, eventually on the next playthrough. Bye-bye.